I've never done this before, but it's. Oh yeah, I'll main tank then. Give me a second to swap a few skills around.
Alright guys, for the rest of us, take a look out across the way here. I think we're going to, as soon as we walk a little, yeah, don't walk too far, but,
Okay, back off, back off, back off. See,
okay,
that's, that's why we need pets away.
Yep, at the start of all fights, please, if you can, put your pets away.
Yeah, just stay close to the door. And
anyway, once we clear these, you can move forward. There are certain types of ads, like I was talking about earlier, with the Sun Eater and everything.
Back up. Everyone back up.
Okay, they just dropped, so look out across the way here. Your Sun Eater is going to be on the left of that blue door, the second from that. Go ahead and target lock him. All DPS will have to be on him first.
He is what a 3 flag looks like. He has 3 flags on his
royal
back.
pain in the ass.
Big royals.
So what does he do that's super annoying?
He creates a negate AoE at his feet. So if you're standing in that, none of your abilities are working. He also shoots out little negate balls. So he is in the ass. So yes, negate balls. So try to take him out first. Then we're going to move to the Dreadstalker, which is the archer, I think, over on the right of the blue door, and then the Shadow Guard, which is just slightly to the left of the blue door. That's the order.
The Shadow Guard is going to be in close, so AoE attacks will keep him kind of.
Yeah, they just gotta die with the process of the 2 or 3 wipes.
Alright,
guys.
We ready for it?
Main tank. Not a gentleman. You're our main tank. Is that right?
All right. So you want me to taunt the other two, and leave you with the Sun Eater?
Yes. I'm going to go ahead and give you crown so our healers can keep track of you. There we go. So yeah, if you can pull the other 2 ads away from the Sun Eater, we'll come to you when we're done with him.
Alright.
Good? Alright, we'll move on you. Okay, Sun Eater's down. Good burn, guys. Okay, Dreadstalkers.
Are we?
I get a purge.
What? Purge?
I don't know, I got this giant black bar. Oh, never mind, it's gone.
Okay, Dreadstalker's down.
Yeah, FYI, healers aren't using purge. You'll have to use your Purify Light synergy to cleanse yourself.
Shut your ears, friends.
Alright, guys.
Now what's happening?
So that's good. Okay, guys. Next through the door.
Friendship is for dogs and children. You are
as soon as you walk up that step, they're gonna aggro, so be careful. Here they come.
Barrier.
It's the same again? Oh, yeah.
Yep, Sun Eater by the archway. That's the negate that he comes down.
There's always on the right on this side.
Just come up with me.
The cats, if we just go to the next ad, they kind of follow, they die in our AoEs.
I've got all 3 on me.
Good job. Alright, there's a heavy sack over here. When we get to our first chests, like treasure chests, please hold off if you do not have Treasure Hunter activated, and let people who do open those. It increases our likelihood of getting better stuff.
Gear.
So I should take the Savage and the Shield. There's 5 of them.
Yep. Everybody
You
else.
got Sun Eater.
Sun Eater is on the left.
Sun Eater on the left.
Job.
Nope. Instant death.
Okay, we got
down.
Thank you.
Oops, don't need to use that.
Armor shattered.
That's what one of the Shadow Guard will do to you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I got up on my screen before I died.
Okay, heavy sack on the steps. So when we go into this room, everybody stay really close to the front door where we come in. Okay, so this is our first boss fight.
Excuse me.
Okay. Keep comms clear for a minute. We've got some mechanics to go through. Main tank, so not a gentleman.
Wait.
You see this little pad over here, right next to me, this little moon-shaped snowflake-looking thing? That's gonna be yours. Yes. Don't step on it, but know that that is yours over here.
Okay.
You're going to basically tank the boss to face this door that we just came in. So you're gonna stand right here. Everybody else, please try to stay off of the little snowflake pads that are around the room. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. And then try to stay stacked or loosely stacked up on the boss's tail. You want to be right behind him, as close as you really can on this half of the room. If you divide it in like a circle, try to stay on this side. The reason being throughout.
Cut it up.
Okay. Try to stay on this half of the room, because at a certain point through the fight, he's going to bring up these blue pillars. He'll bring up 5 total, and then he does a wipe. If it's line of sight and you don't have a pillar between yourself and him, he will kill you.
Okay.
So we will call these pillars up as they come out, and the reason it's important to stay closer to the boss on this half of the room is because they will spawn at the location of the person furthest away from him. So if 5 pillars come up and all of us are mostly stacked behind him, we have to run further to get behind one, and it's more chaotic. So if you can try to keep everybody as close to this half of the room as possible without being in front of the boss, we're golden. Another part of this, he will at one point curse a couple people. Your screen will turn blue. It's pretty evident when it happens, so don't worry if there's just like a haze. You'll know. When that happens, you'll need to go cleanse on these pads over here. So you find one that's not this one by the front door, because this is just not a gentleman's. For when he gets cursed, you can touch that cleanse and go back to
Some
tanking.
special.
He's special. Everybody else, just find one around the room. They do take probably 5 seconds or so to come back up after they're 5 to 10 seconds after they're used. So be careful to not step on them unless you definitely need them. He will also go through like a DPS check phase where he will be dropping AoEs at our feet just repeatedly. So that's why I said softly stack, but don't stack on top of each other. So make sure that if that phase happens and you see the AoE around you, that you're not running into your other teammates. Just stay still. Everybody space yourselves out enough to where you're not hitting each other with the AoE, and burn through the boss at that point, because he will stop that phase if we burn him through it. So the biggest thing on this, it's just a DPS race more than anything. Just listen for the callouts on the pillars. Be sure to put one of them between you and the boss when that happens. And then you kind of rinse and repeat after that.
Bruce, mute your mic.
Alright, everybody ready?
Wait, Bruce, you need to turn off your mic, please.
Okay.
Alright, guys. We will move on you, let him grab aggro, and everybody else will stack behind the boss. So, not a gentleman. Alright, guys, let him pull in a little bit and stack right here. Be sure you're not behind your healers, and we'll be okay. First pillar is up. If you're not currently in front of that pillar, you need to be in front of that pillar. Oh, shit. Somebody pull aggro.
I should have stayed behind the pillar, so do I stay out in front of him?
Nope, you're
Second
going to
pillar is
stay where you were. The whole time. If the DPS
cool.
and everything, yeah, if we're currently not behind the furthest pillar that's away from him right now, like we need just to make sure that we're staying in front of it. Okay guys, so spread out. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Third pillar's up.
I got a warp on.
Okay.
Fourth pillar's up.
Okay. Alright guys, be ready. Be sure, do you have that target lock on him right now? Be sure you put a pillar between him and yourself.
Loosen up.
Yep. There you go, and burn through him. Fifth pillar's up, get behind a pillar.
I'm not behind a pillar, but I've got him stuck behind one.
If you can see his outline through pure blue, you're good to go. Good job, guys. No deaths.
That was excellent.
Very, very good. And the rest of it, we shouldn't even have to get to the next one of those, so.
No, 5%.
Good.
And he's down.
Good job. And that's the first boss.
Thanks to the heals. Beautiful.
Very well done.
What a waste.
That one's not too bad, it's just a matter of staying close together. Alright guys,
So
next
room. What are we grabbing here?
There are 2 chests and 2 heavy sacks. Remember, don't open chests or touch them unless you have treasure hunter. Please. Okay, you go to get your goodies.
Like there's a backpack in here as well.
That's possible.
Yep, behind the left, guys.
I can't get to this chest because somebody's bear is sitting on it. It won't let me.
Yeah, let me move my bear out the way.
Oops. Oops.
There you
go.
Oh. If you guys get Alkosh and don't need it, Lucky Zombie will take it for tanking since I had to go on my DPS. Just saying.
I'll take any unwanted moon dancer ring. I just need one. I'm done.
Okay. And we always hold our gear and try to trade at the end. If it doesn't look like we're gonna finish it in time for the timer, we'll let everybody know, but hold off on linking your gear for then. Okay.
Lucky, is there a certain trait you're looking for?
For Alkosh? Sturdy. But I need one-handers and shield and jewelry.
Yeah.
Alright guys, ready? Tank, you're gonna hold the shamans, the ogre shamans, and then this is kind of gonna alternate, so it's gonna go ogres, sun eater phase, more ogres, and probably another sun eater phase. So everybody DPS, try to focus the shamans with the, gosh, what are they? There's
shamans before regular first.
Okay. So once we get the shaman done and move to everything else, at that point I think the sun eaters and their ads are coming up. So again, prioritize sun eaters first. And we'll do 2 waves of each, I think, and then we can move on.
Let's do it.
So I take aggro on the brutes.
You're gonna tank the shaman at this point.
Take the shaman.
Good job. Okay, DPS on the shaman.
Down.
Alright, so sun eaters are up. There should be 1 in the back. Yep, right here. So all DPS on this one.
can't get to him. There we go. Sun Eater down.
Dreadstalker next.
There's a Dreadstalker on me as well.
Okay.
Try to get it off you, sorry.
No, it's alright.
Saw him running around me.
Where's the Dreadstalker? I don't even see him.
More shamans? What happens next?
They're coming when we head down this pathways. They will come up.
Give me a second.
About halfway down this road. Okay, I guess we're waiting.
Hey, buddy. Go for a walk. Oh, you disappeared.
You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
Good. Bro, you have been practicing that loot, man. You sound so much better than you used to.
Well, thank you. I always appreciate a good backhanded compliment.
Aww. I think it's beautiful, Terminal. Everybody needs a bard.
Thank you.
Legion, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so about halfway down this road, they'll all start coming up. Here they come. So it's gonna go, Shaman, Flesh Render, and then everything else.
I got a Warhorn.
Ooh.
Ow.
Ooh.
Yeah, they hurt.
Yeah, they do.
That shaman's gotta go.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
Right.
Alright, pick up Riz. There we go.
No one died.
Alright, so same thing down here, rinse and repeat. A lot of this trial is just alternating waves of ads. We should have, I think, one. Nope, that might be it.
Why
Nope,
do
here
you
they come.
travel with these fools? Freeloaders and sycophants.
Alright guys, Sun Eater on the very right over here. Yes, with me please.
Oh, Raisin's down.
You gotta pull the other ads away from the Sun Eater if you can, tank.
Over here, guys. Yep, sorry.
Sun Eater down, good job. Red Stalker's next. Somebody get you at Brazen?
Yeah, I'm up.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay guys, so hold off running down this way. We're actually going to jump off the ledge over here. So you see these two brown columns in front of us? Hold up, Mike. Alright, so these two brown columns in front of us, we're going to go just over the edge, like right down here. As soon as we do, we're going to take an immediate left and go into that cave, which there's going to be a shitload of ogres that come in there. So, you know, everybody stay inside the cave, and then we'll come out and start our next wave of ads. Somebody still up on the road, come down here, please.
DPS on Shaman.
Alright. Yep. Really annoying. Okay, got Flesh Render still. And then where we just were, that road that sloped down at the very end of it, that's the location of the first Sun Eater. So once everybody's done here, go right to the end of that road. Good job. Alright, right this way. Sun Eater is up. So tanks and off tank. You can help each other, kind of keep the ads separate.
Shit, sorry, I'm lost. Where are you? Shit, stalker.
Running it down.
So I got the 3 at the back here. A group. Nice.
Okay. There's same thing here. It's just gonna go humanoid ads, the ogres, and then back again. I think there's 4 or 5 waves.
Ogres are up.
Grab the shaman. Everybody focus shaman. Tanks. Try to separate the rest.
Shit. Sorry.
Shaman, I don't see him. Here he is.
He's right in the middle.
I guys try to pull everything else off of him for right now.
2 ogres down.
Good job. Okay, next Sun Eater is dropping. Gonna be in the back here, right here.
You got an ogre and a sun eater.
Yep, you gotta pull them off each other. Can't have them stacked up. Sun Eater's out.
Sorry.
That's a bad place to be.
Come here, you.
Thanks, we got 2 of you. Work on pulling
I'm
them
down.
out.
I can't move the shaman, he's not coming to me. Oops, no, I'm dead.
Tank down.
DPS all on the shaman, please. He's our next pain in the butt. Okay, good job. Flesh render.
You guys are split up, I think you need to be on the flesh render. Doesn't matter.
Alright, next wave. We might have 2 Sun Eaters on this one. Do Sun Eater first.
Shadow Guard.
Tank.
Shadow Guard.
Okay,
Separated?
I've got 2 Shadow
Bring
Guards.
them together. Bring the Shadow Eaters together.
Oh,
Sun Eaters?
Dread Stalker.
Kill them at the same time. It's their negate that's the enemy, and it doesn't matter where they stand, they can cast it on
1 Sun Eater down.
Okay.
Second Sun Eater down. Red Stalker.
Red Stalker's the archer in the back here. Get on there.
Shit.
Sorry. Red Stalker down.
Alright, I think that's it. Now we can move forward.
Good job, guys.
Up this way, we have our first golden chest.
When our task is done, you must remember to clean your armor, yes? We're approaching
Good
the
job.
sanctuary. Bashai and Skinrai used
Okay.
it as a dojo before. The
So
twins
this one,
follow
I'm
me
gonna need both my tanks.
Be cautious.
This is the twins. This is probably one of the most difficult trial bosses. So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna stay really close to the wall, and talk about this for a minute. You guys both have ranged taunts, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so over with me, and over here against the wall, I need 1 healer, 1 tank, and 3 more DPS.
We are fear. We are suffering. Recondite.
Okay, so I've got Lucky. Wait, nope. Got Ninja. Alright, guys, what the fuck is going on? Did we wait to go across the room until we talk about this? Gonna try to
Oh,
split
sorry,
it.
Cops. Well, that's where you wanted us to be.
I thought that's what you said over here.
Sorry, I already know the strategy. I was just splitting.
Yep, I was too, but now I'm alright. Who all do we have over there? Brazen, Legion, and J Kim. No tank. Okay, so I need 1 tank to come with me. Just sneak
I'm
across
hitting it.
right down the middle, and we should be okay.
Don't look him in the eye.
They saw
Looked
ya.
him in the eye. I told you not to look him in the eye.
Gotta put
Which
your
one you
pets
got?
away, guys.
Just like.
Might as well just wipe.
Wipe.
I don't.
Yeah, because we're gonna need comms clear when we talk about this too. This is the most difficult boss in this trial. So if you are not a tank and you're not explaining mechanics, please mute your mic for a minute.
I'm down.
That's
Hold
We're just wiping you.
I'll res you.
Yeah, we're wiping, so.
Well, then we're just wiping.
Alright guys, so we need to split 6 and 6, so those of us who are already across the room over here, so Legion, Brazen, Not a Gentleman, and Terminal. Everybody else, please make your way across the room. Do not aggro again.
Can I interject,
Crouch.
can I interject for half a second?
Just crouch.
Yep, just crouch please. If you're not crouched, okay. What, Brazen?
Please keep your pets away. If you walk through a door, put them away. Alright, that was it. Thank you.
Okay. Alright guys, so we have 6 over here in the count. Yep, so we're good. Alright, so this is our 6. Across the way, the other 6. So who's tank on that side? Ninja?
Yep.
Alright guys, if you look at the bosses, Skinrai over here and this side over here has a white head, and the other one's Vashai, he has a blue head. The name of the game in this is to always DPS the boss with the opposite color head of yourself. So the way that we do that, right when this starts, we're going to let our tanks both go grab their respective bosses. It gives you probably a 15-second window to pull them back to your group. So this group over here, this is where we're going to stay for almost the entire time. Okay? So we're going to stay as close to this wall and as far away from the other group as we possibly can. So if we see that they're getting closer to the skin around over here, we're going to be closer to the guy. The opposite side of the room. Because we will do damage to one another and it becomes really, really chaotic. So once the bosses are pulled to their respective sides, that's going to determine what color our heads turn. So, Not a Gentleman, you're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and pick your boss now.
I'll take Vashai. Blue head.
Okay. Alright, so Ninja, you're going to pull Skinrai over here, okay?
Alright.
Alright, so when that happens, we're going to pull him back to your sides. It's going to be a couple seconds. Everybody's heads are going to turn a specific color, and they're going to, at that point, match the color of the boss that's closest to them. So with tank, we're going to call switch, and we need you guys to switch your bosses. So you got to range taunt the other one, and make sure that it's a smooth transition. One's going to come to you, the other one's going to go to the other tank. That's going to happen this entire time, so you have to make sure that that transition is as smooth as possible. So when you hear us call switch, try to be on the ball and ready to turn around to grab the opposite boss. Because at that point, we don't do any damage to the boss with the same color head, or we don't do as much.
Okay.
Another mechanic that's going to happen through this, after so long, they're going to come back to their little respective rugs. So like one of them's going to come over here where I am, the other one's going to go by the entrance door, and they'll
teleport.
To pray. Yep, they'll just go ahead with your question.
No, sorry. What was the rest of the story? Sorry.
That's okay. They're going to come back to their respective sides of the room, and they're going to pray. So that's prayer phase. And if you notice the colors on the candles on the floor, and there's that line that's right through the middle, it splits the room in half. So the floor is going to turn a different color. So say this side of the floor is going to turn white or blue, and the other side is going to turn whatever opposite color. At that point, you want to match whatever color your head is to the floor. So if our heads are originally blue and the floor over here turns white, we're going to have to rotate. And we always rotate clockwise around the outside of the room. Nobody runs through the middle of the room except tank. And you really shouldn't even be doing that, because you guys have range taunt.
And I myself will be making that call at that time, switch or rotate, stay or stay.
So what we're going to do at that point, whenever they go back to prayer phase, try to get in the habit of grouping up near the middle of the room, just stay on the outer corner. So kind of where the bosses are positioned, you see where they're close to the corners. If there's maybe a corner to a circle. Close to that dividing line. We're going to group up on our side of that dividing line, opposite where the opposite team is. And that way, if Legion calls switch, say the floors are the wrong color, we're just going to walk across that line and we're going to be okay.
Clockwise. That way we're staying away from the other team. You're always rotating left.
Stay with your group. Please don't separate. Please don't run across the middle of the room. You will do damage to people with opposite color heads from yourself. So that's why this is very important to stay as far away from those people over there as possible. Y'all have cooties and you're gross. So we're going to stay over here. Another thing, through part of this, the bosses are going to spawn little wills of themselves, so they're like little mini-me's. The wills will put a Jesus beam, like, stun on people, and it can be really anyone. A lot of times it's the tank. So make sure that if you're nearby an ad that's got that golden beam coming out of them, bash them, because that's going to interrupt it. It has to be interrupted ASAP or this whole thing falls apart. Because if we call switch and our tank is stunned,
we're done.
It's a problem. So I think the easiest way to do this is really just give it a shot. Now that everybody kind of has an idea what this is about, and then we'll go from there. But otherwise, try to keep DPS on them even, which if we're doing our switches smoothly and on time, it shouldn't be a problem, but you have to make sure that they die about the same time. Alright? Clear as mud?
Clear as mud.
Alright, so not a gentleman, you're grabbing the sky, and ninja, you're grabbing Stingray. So go ahead and count your bosses, bring them back to your side.
Ninja.
Okay, hold for just a minute, and it's gonna assign our heads. Get ready for your first boss switch.
There he goes.
Okay, and switch.
Now switch. DPS, stay up against the wall.
Oh shit,
the boss.
He's hit me.
What are you guys doing?
Switching.
I think I fucked
You
up.
switch the bosses, not you don't run on the other side of the room.
Okay.
Yep. Nobody
my
at
fault.
the stage will move from this,
Awesome.
and you don't even have to cross the room.
Here he comes.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like sound like a dick there, but everyone just ran to the other side of the room.
We'll get it. We're learning.
Yep.
There we
Alright, guys.
go.
All the way back to the wall. Yep.
Yep.
Just for space reasons.
Over here.
Okay. So as soon as
Alright, here comes prayer phase.
Group up over here, guys.
Be prepared, don't move. Alright, rotate. Rotate to the other side.
Cross the line.
Yep.
Guys, always move left. Always, and never.
And the boss switch is the same. Just start working in on the one on your side, and it's going to assign us a light. Now
Yep,
switch.
I'm on the wrong side.
Switch bosses.
People are not moving clockwise when that rotation happens. You've got to stay with your group, and you've got to always move left.
His head's in the way. Come here.
Yep, bring the bosses back to the wall. We need the purple boss
Blue
on
buff.
light side.
Sorry.
I got Jesus beam.
We've got both the Magrid on your side. There we go.
That's the white boss.
That's a white boss. We need blue
Oh,
boss.
I got the wrong one. Oh.
We got the wrong one.
Whatever
Yep.
color your head is the opposite color boss you're gonna pull. So if your head's blue,
I
you're
see. I see. Sorry.
It's alright.
Okay.
Just trying to get back over here.
group up.
Alright, prayer phase.
Stay
Stay on your sides. Stay on your sides. Come back to the
Now go
boss
back
that's
to
on
the-
your side.
There
Now
we
No
go.
change.
Now we're going to get assigned a new light.
Okay.
And
And
now we
switch.
switch bosses.
Everybody else stays up against the wall. If you're not a tank, you do
Yep.
not move.
Come here, you
Alright,
piece of
Jake
shit.
Kim, you need to come back over here, okay?
I got Jesus
Heads
beams.
up now, so.
Yep, bring them all the way back up against
There
the
we
wall
go.
over here at the door.
Alright.
Good job.
Alright, and being Jesus beam from across the room. Thank you.
Okay.
Alright. Now the next thing that'll happen is prayer phase, where we'll prepare to switch sides of the room. once they teleport.
Don't worry so much
here
about
goes prayer phase.
Okay.
And
left corner.
Switch sides. Rotate left. Rotate left and attack that side's boss.
Okay.
Now we'll be assigned a new light.
And boss switch.
Now boss switch. Yep.
Everybody
DPS,
else,
stay up
put.
against the wall. There's no need to chase him to the center of the room. You'll cause problems with aggroing the boss.
There we go.
Here it comes.
Good switch.
Oof.
How's DPS on Stinrai over there? I can't quite tell.
We're at 30%.
32%.
Ugh.
We're pretty even. Alright. Gonna be prayer phase in a minute.
Prayer phase. Prepare for movement. Rotate left. Rotate left. Rotate to the other side of the room. Don't go to the center. No need for it.
This boss is almost down. How's the other one doing?
The shy is at 8%. Or 11%, excuse me.
You gotta switch. Switch bosses.
Yep.
Taunt, yeah, taunt. Use your range taunt, guys. Come on.
Kane, I'm locked. Okay, I'm down.
Well,
Pick up res, please.
Yep,
Try to avoid running into each other, because you'll kill each other.
I got Ninja Turtle.
Alright, so we've got both bosses over here whenever somebody's able to.
Okay.
Should just burn them.
Yep, burn them. Just burn them down. One's down already.
Guys, all DPS in the shy.
There we go.
Good job. That is the biggest clusterfuck of
that
a
was-
fight you will really ever do. It is a nightmare. So, good job.
Yep,
Really
good
that
job.
was rough, but thanks.
I'll tell you what. For the first time though, for our first time tank, there were a couple rounds there that went really smooth.
Yes.
Yeah. the rest didn't, but we'll get the hang of that. Sorry.
Oh shit.
Alright, guys.
Is there meant to be
you have
something at
pets?
this blue door?
Pets, non-combat pets, or otherwise, please put them away now.
Yep. Once explanation is done, we'll do pre-combat buffing.
And that just keeps us from aggravating shit before we want to.
I just got all those Rakuda back, so don't even worry about it.
Out of a heavy sack, nice.
Out of both heavy sacks, I've got 5 and 5 from each. Yeah.
Oh, I got 5 kudos.
Nice. Damn, you guys are all lucky today. Alright, whenever you're ready, go up top and just stay kind of by the door.
Who wanted Alkosh?
Don't worry about it till the end.
Lucky.
Alright.
If
Oh,
it's a one-hand or shield or
We can actually
jewelry.
walk out here a little bit. And to the
Oh,
foray. Just don't go through the gate, everyone.
I got charged lightning staff.
Don't
We've
don't
got a
even
bear out.
don't approach the gate. Yeah, put the bear away. Well, actually, honestly, right here, it doesn't matter. You can give your explanation.
This one's really just adds. Once we go through this gate, there's a switch at the top right of the staircase, and then there's a staircase on the left with a switch at the top there too. We'll assign one person to pull one of the switches. Please don't pull both at the same time, or
it'll be
it's a bad time.
an adventure.
Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the left switch first, so it'll be the staircase furthest from us. If it's okay with you guys, I'll just run up and pull that when we roll through the door. Let everybody group up at the gate. Right here. And we're just we want to make sure to go through it all at the same time. It does occasionally glitch and shut if you're not through it when the fight starts. So, alright, ready?
But you can just open it now. If you get stuck.
Occasionally, it doesn't always happen though. Alright, we'll take out our first round of ads and then we'll go flip our switches.
Go Carolina Panthers!
God.
Panthers suck ass.
Yep, the only NFL team to have their mascot in a video game, so bite me.
What the fuck are you talking about? You know how many video games there was made about pirates? Come on, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, but none are as cool as this. None are as cool as this. Thank you, sir.
I beg to differ.
Tell me there's no Eagles in any video game?
Right? Exactly.
At all. Ever.
Cowboys.
What are Eagles?
Cowboys, Red Dead Redemption, man.
Red Dead Redemption.
Alright guys, ready?
Assassin's Creed.
Okay, pull the first
Shut up.
None of those are real creatures. I don't know what you're talking about.
Guys.
It's like some kind of puma or warthog.
Animus, pull the switch, girl.
Well, Jesus Christ. Okay, the first Sun Eater's gonna spawn directly below me. Right here. Alright, I'll do this on this guy. Same thing as before, alternating types of ads. Actually, I don't think they even alternate types, I think it's just 3 waves of Sun Eaters. Okay, next wave.
Yep, another 3 flag in the back there.
Ooh, ouch. Alright, tanks, try to pull the rest of them off, please.
Oh shit, I'm dead.
Okay.
Use.
4-person white. 5-person white.
When we get waves of ads and stuff like that, spawn up, try to tanks or off tanks.
Thank you.
Below. Try to pull the rest of the ads slightly away from everybody else, because that's what causes that. We can burn through the Sun Eater and move to you for the rest. That'll help.
Raisins down again. Mike.
Got a tank down.
I'm on it.
It's okay, I died a hero.
Where's Terminal?
I'm right here.
Just taking a nap.
Oh, there you are.
Snoozing.
Okay, next wave. Try to pull. I don't think. Oh, there's another. There it is. Delayed spawn. Sun Eater in the very back. Please pull everything else off.
I've got Sun Eater. Shit.
Not near them. Please pull them away from them.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I think we're. You know what we're doing, Ninja? We're fighting each other. You're pulling them one way. I'm trying to pull them the other way. I'll take the. I've got the big guys.
Sun Eater's down.
Oh.
Fuck me.
Yeah, they hit.
I got Bruce.
I got Brazen. There we go.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen.
Job. Okay. We're gonna go over to this side and do the same thing. I think one of the waves on this side does not have a Sun Eater, so at that point it would go Dreadstucker first.
It's okay, guys. I have a Blade of Woe. Just stand back. I'll stab him.
Holy shit.
Up, they're too far. You're on your own.
Whoa.
No Sun Eater on this one, so Dreadstuckers first.
Ooh.
Barrier.
following me. Come with me.
I loosely referenced Billy May's picture.
Sun Eater back.
Discord.
Okay, all DPS on this. Tank, please pull everything else away from us. Thanks.
I think I've got them. No. Move.
Okay, we got them. Alright.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm not sure what's happening there. Why we're not.
I can't get them to move to me. They just sort of stand in one spot.
If they're ranged enemies, like the Dreadstalkers, they won't come to you if you're within their range. They will only get as far as or as close to you as they need to be to hit you. So you'll actually need to run past where you would like to pull them to in order to keep them where you need them.
Geometry, brother, geometry. Come on now, come on.
If that makes sense, then it's really.
It's all makes sense.
Good job.
Alright.
This is the last one, yes? Yes. Just a bit further.
Your songs are powerless, Cantor. Do you hear me? Like the chirping of crickets in a howling tempest. Listen to me, cat. Listen to me.
Okay.
What? Yeah.
Okay, so this next one, pretty much as soon as we walk in, we're gonna have ads. So, I think your first Sun Eater spawns on your left hand side.
Be very careful because there are going to be things that bomb down on top of you.
I was incorrect. Sun Eater's in the back right.
Sun Eater was on the right.
Yeah, there are little monks that will jump down from the walls, and they're like little kamikaze monks. Like, they will run in and explode on you, and so just kind of watch for them. Okay, next wave, Sun Eater to the left here, right here. DPS, I need all of you over here, please.
I just found it. I'm coming.
There we go. Good job. Okay, Red Stalkers.
Sun Eater over here.
Okay.
Right side.
Oh, death.
Ninja. You got him?
Yeah.
Okay. I got Mike. There we go.
Crap. Stop moving.
I got lucky.
Alright, guys. And this is the final boss. This one's very, very mechanic-y. So, we got probably 3 or 4 heavy sacks and chests in this room first.
I can feel it. The drums.
I don't know why my aggro bar's not coming up top that tells me how long everything's got.
We must be quick, yes? Adara High will do what she can to protect you. This Trobathra is stronger than any I have faced before. Bright moons protect you.
chest by me.
Yeah, I don't have treasure hunter on.
Advanced chest by me.
Yeah, that's just right by the door we came through.
Yep.
There's 3 chests in this room that I've seen.
Both tanks should have treasure hunter.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I don't. Sorry.
No, shit. I opened this one thinking it was open already. My bad. There we go.
Damn, I've gotten 2 Alkosh staffs.
Guys, anybody need a merchant? Anything before we go in here?
Please.
Okay.
Yep. I didn't know that about the ranged people, that you had to be further away from them.
Yeah. Well, they only need to be as close to you as their longest range ability. So, if you need them to go past a certain point, you gotta keep running.
Okay.
I try to keep, since I know we had a couple people interested in some of the set pieces in here, if you have that little trade icon on it, try to keep it till the end here. Hopefully this one won't take us longer than the timer on that, and then we can trade at the end and sell all your extra junk.
Take a chance if you can. Check your gear, check your weapons, get charged or repaired. If anybody does need repair kits, I've got a few.
Okay. Alright. So, there are 2 parts to this boss. There's 2 different areas, pretty much. There's one that's in the back that requires a DPS with a shitload of stam or rapid maneuvers on. I will run one of them, but I will need a second person to go with me. So does anybody...
I will.
I will. Okay.
Legion? No.
I'll take it. I've never run before, but I've got the gist of it.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and put rapids on now.
Yeah, I'm putting rapids on my bow bar real quick.
I will caution you, I use this to get back there, but I don't use it while I'm running through. Because you will fall off the edge if you're going too fast. So I just use it as soon as the cat shadows come up, I rapid maneuver and get back there really quick, and then I just I almost walk through the rest of them.
Yeah, because you're basically running anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
If you go too fast, you're more of a danger to yourself.
You have to like beat some rugs and then...
Oh yeah, we'll go with it.
You get an automatic synergy when you go back there, and you basically cast it at certain spots, and if what you're looking for is at that spot, you one-hit it with a weak or a kill or something. You just kill it really quick. It's basically like a one-hit, but there's 2 of them or 3 of them on your perspective side that you'll need to find, while Animus on her side will find her perspective 3. Together y'all need to do that simultaneously and as fast as possible.
Right. And you guys will call out the cat drops from the main room as that happens.
Yeah, but really once you get used to your own pattern, you'll understand which ones you're responsible for, so you yourself will know when you're done over there or whatnot. as at the same time, we'll be helping you with some call-outs, but...
Yeah. I think
even
just having
Animus.
Billy do it
Yeah,
instead
even...
of 4 different people, that'll help us. So, Billy, if
Yeah.
you're cool to do that. Yeah. Okay.
Everybody say hi to Draco, she's watching.
Hi, Draco.
Hi.
Alright.
So,
Can we go through the
Hola,
doors?
Dracos.
You want left or right, Animus?
I'm taking right.
Okay.
Put your pets away.
Yep, bears, everything.
Yep.
Do not walk forward in here, please. Guys.
Oh, it actually kind of doesn't matter, really. It's not going to aggro. Hey, who told Adora hi? She could go out there.
What happened to you? Corandro!
Have you not heard me? Have I not made your choice plain? You will listen, mortals.
Okay, I'm gonna blow out the wall here.
Peeling the ears from your scalps and shouting the mirror's will into whatever's left of your broken skull.
Oh, he's pretty pissed. Did he just fart?
Big time.
I think so.
Okay. Alright, so everybody back here.
Please mute your mics.
Yep, if you're not going over mechanic, or we're not talking about mechanics that directly involve you, please mute for a minute. Terminal, you gotta go cleanse now. If you guys went through that door, gotta go cleanse. I wanna clean the little snowflakes over here.
Terminal. Pay attention.
So I gotta go through this door?
No, you did already, so you're blue. You've gotta go cleanse. Or once we go back through that door. Actually, here, I'm gonna use you as an example. Go back through that door. Okay, that's what happens.
Okay.
So, if you go through this, so this is pretty much going to be strictly for the runners.
Nice
so
troll, Animus.
Brazen and myself. So, if you guys are interested in learning about that, we can kind of run through it. We do have our runners picked out for this one, but I'm more than happy to go through that with you. This is kind of its own monster back here, so the only people during the actual fight that will be back here will be Brazen and myself.
AKA
else
the runners.
Yeah. So, if you guys want, we can go ahead and start with mechanics for out here, since that's the majority. This pad right here, this is going to be where you'll stand, not the gentleman. And you're going to be on that, not yet, but when we start, you're going to pull the boss to you. He's going to kind of wait a moment, and then he's going to land on top of you on this thing. So this pad's going to be glowing gold. And
Animus, may if I may interject.
Everybody has them, so go for it.
When that pad glows gold, the first person to stand on it gets a buff, and only that first person. That's why it's absolutely necessary for it to be the tank, and only the tank that stands on those glyphs, so he can get the buff. The buff allows him to survive the boss's attacks. Go ahead.
Okay, so once the tank is on this, the boss will come to you. Everybody else is going to stack right here, and we're going to be in such a nice little lovely stack that we are all one person. Clear? Our tanks. So, Ninja, you're going to be with us for this. We really just need your DPS more than anything. The off-tanking isn't going to come into play until this second pad over here turns gold. So after a few minutes, not even a few minutes, few seconds of DPSing the boss on this first pad, this next one's going to turn gold. Like Legion was saying, it is very important that nobody touch that pad unless you are not a gentleman. Okay? And I mean, I'm sure many of you are not gentlemen, but it's okay. But it'll be him and him only, so he will run from this pad to this one, and the rest of us are going to rotate around and position ourselves right here. So we're always going to be in between the pads on the floor. At this one, it's okay to be a little less tightly stacked, because we're going to have a second ad come out from the middle. He's called the Hulk. Off-tank. That's kind of your job, is to tank him over to where the boss is. Make sure that he's stacked with the boss on this pad, and our AoEs and damage will clear him out. that whole phase is going to rinse and repeat for every one of these pads. So once we DPS a certain point on him here, or a certain amount of time passes, he will move to this one. So this one will turn gold. Just be very, very sure. This is really important. Our tank will die if you guys take his buff. So do not touch these pads on the floor if you are not him. Okay? Everybody else needs to run around the outside edge. Same thing goes for these little snowflake pads. These are for the runners. Like you saw earlier, if Terminal, when he went through that door, he came back and he had a blue aura on him. If we don't cleanse when we come back on one of these things, so go ahead and hit it. It'll cleanse and it disappears. So like we talked about in that first boss, these take a few seconds to come back up, and a few seconds can make or break us when we're coming back. Because a lot of times we're running pretty low on health, we're taking almost constant damage when we're in the back. So when we come back, the faster we can cleanse on these pads and get back to our group, the faster we can move forward. So please do not touch any funky circles on the ground unless you are a tank or the run. But this is pretty much going to happen every pad throughout this thing. When we get, provided we don't do enough DPS to kill him before we get to the final pad over here. So this is number 1, and I think this is number 8. So if he gets to here and he's not dead, he's going to enter what we call a lunar phase. He's going to come back and land right here. And there's going to be one of those flag bosses that comes up on every single one of these pads. So they're all going to glow gold, and they each have either a Dreadstalker, a Sun Eater, or a Shadow Guard on them. The mechanics, did you guys, everybody who was in here when Lunatic was explaining the best way to handle that, if I am correct, we were positioning ourselves, was he saying it's best to split up and each assign one person to a pad, or?
Yeah, there should be one DPS to every pad, and then the healers and the tanks stay on the middle one.
Okay. So if you guys want to go ahead, we can assign our pads now. So I think Brazen, you and I will need to run pretty quickly. I think after that starts, you want to stay, like you take this one here, and I'll take the next one over here.
Okay.
That way we're just closer to the door when the shit hits the fan afterwards.
Quick question for the run. When we come back through the door, are you going to split off to the left snowflake? I'll split off to the right snowflake?
Right. So if we're looking at the back right here, okay?
Yeah.
We're facing out towards this blue door. I'm going to run the right side. So I'm going to run this side over here.
No,
when we come back, we're going to be flipped. So I'm going to go, same side. So I'm going to go to this one, you go to the left one, or the right one over there.
Thank you.
Kind of switch the challenge direction we're facing. But what I was saying, we could just assign ourselves our pads now. So if we do get to lunar phase, everybody knows where they're going.
Okay so I have 2 questions. To clarify, one, so basically a DPS is being assigned to each pad. The DPSs aren't moving?
The DPSs will only go to their pads when we're in lunar phase, which is a very limited time. You're going to see all of these pads glow gold at the same time, and there's going to be an ad sitting in the middle of them. So each DPS will have a pad and an ad assigned to them at that point. So you're going to go, like, when lunar phase hits, this one's mine. So I'm coming over here, I'm going to kick this guy's ass as much as I can. Lunar phase lasts for a pretty short amount of time, but once it's over, it's pretty much a start over. So the boss is going to come back to pad number 1 here. We're all going to stack right here, rinse and repeat all this rotation business that we did before.
Okay,
if
gotcha.
I could make a suggestion, when we go to our assigned pads, if you can stay, you see that area between the pad and the circle that he's sitting on, stay kind of in that area between them and DPS your ad down, because that keeps you within range of the healers, who are also going to be in the middle where the boss is right now. Does that make sense?
So,
Yes.
Since you said the pads glow green in that lunar, so glow gold in the lunar phase, so us standing on top of them won't give us a buff, though?
No.
Oh, lame.
I don't believe so. The way we've done this before has been totally different, so this is one of my first times experiencing this.
Yeah, that's why there's one DPS to each one. It'll give you the buff.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it does do that. Okay. I'm sorry, Terminal.
No problem. And my follow-up question is, so what the hell are the runners doing aside from having a great time running?
Okay, so if you guys want to know, since we have that down somewhat, everybody come back here with me.
That wants to know what the runners have to do.
That wants to know. Alright, so, Brazen, where are you at? Alright, so when we come back here, I'm going to go to this one first. This is the start of right side. Okay? You are going to go to this one first. Right here. You see these little rugs? And everybody sees the synergy that pops up that says, use Eyes of Jode. As the runners approach each of these little circle rugs, we're going to hit that, and hopefully illuminate a hidden shadow cat. Like it's a little just dancing ad. He's doing like the wave or something.
Like a Khajiit.
Yes. There are also going to be other cats and stuff dancing around these, so just ignore them. You're just going to walk up, use Eyes of Jode, and that will hopefully illuminate a shadow cat. You take them out by just like one-hitting them, just light attacking them pretty much. It doesn't take anything. You're going to move to your next one. So my next one will be right here. And if you look on Discord, Brazen, I think there's a runner's map. Kind of help you out. So there's these over here. You can make this jump occasionally from here to the next one, but I don't risk it. I always fall, so I just come back around here and move this way. So however works best for you, you just have to make sure that you're checking all of your rugs. So we'll go through left side now and make sure that you're comfortable with those. Okay. Brazen, where you at? Brazen.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize my mic was off.
Where are you, man?
Coming back. I'm coming back down the center. I was running the left side already.
Okay, good. That's good. That's perfect.
Yeah.
So you're kind of aware of what all of yours are.
Yeah, I've got the map up in front of me on Discord.
Okay, so when we come back to the mid, so we always do right or left first, and then whichever of us is done first, they generally take the back way. So I need you with me here, because I'm going to show you.
I'm right here. Where are you?
I am in the back right now.
I'm in the back as well.
I'm in the back of the back. I'm in the middle of the back. So down here.
There you are.
Okay. So when I'm done with right side, I will end up right here.
Okay.
Okay. So I will generally come back here. I'll check this one, and I'll go to the back of the middle, if that makes sense. So there's this one, and this one.
Okay.
Okay. There are a couple on your side that I think are considered mid, and I think that's this one. And it might even be
here.
I'm not sure where the other mid one is.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So let's see. This is. Hold on. I'm just trying to get a reference on the map here. 1, 2, 3,
Mid
4, 5, 6,
starts
7.
right here. I think it stops here, and then starts. That one starts it.
That one, and then the back. Okay. Brazen, another thing too. So you and I are pretty much going to meet up right here.
When we're done.
When we're almost done, yeah. So when we're gonna head back to this, we have to remember to check this one too. This will probably be the last one that we'll check.
Brazen, make sure you hit this first one here.
Yeah, yeah, that's my first one. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, it'll take a few tries to get this down, but just know, you know what happens if we don't get all of them. So it's a wipe for everybody. So that's why it's important. Everybody else, when we call runners go, try to keep your comms as clear as possible, as we have to be able to hear one another, and we have to be able to hear Billy, who's going to be calling out the shadows. So each one, right, middle, and left back there's going to be 2 of those hidden cats. So what we're doing when we hit those synergies, we're checking every rug to see if there's one there. So once I get, say I get my 2 on right side within the first 2 or 3 rugs I check, I don't have to go check the rest. I can go right to middle and clear out the rest of those. They're going to correspond with these little dancing shadow cats that will pop up in the middle underneath where Rakat is sitting. So they're going to be around the outside edges of that circle. And Billy's job, she's so great at it, is going to be to call out how many are left and where they are at. So as soon as we hit one, say I find one on my first rug on right side, one of my 2 corresponding shadows out here is going to drop. So we'll know that I only have 1 left to hit. If we do not get them fast enough, these shadows out here will begin to sink into the floor. If they get all the way through the floor, we wipe everybody.
Yep.
So it's very,
so
very
if you
important.
randomly die and you absolutely don't know why, that's why.
That's why.
Go cleanse.
So when we come back, make sure to cleanse on the pads, and I think we're ready to give it a shot.
So,
let's do it.
With all that being said,
did you assign the pads?
Unless you're a tank or a runner, do not touch any glyph or pad.
Can I use my bloody yarn?
So you guys assign the pads for DPS?
Yeah.
I'm working on it. Okay, so Brazen, if you want to take 1. So when Lunar Phase starts, we're all going to be grouped up on this pad. Okay? We're going to have to, at that point, go to our assigned pads. So Brazen's number 1. I'll be number 2.
I'll take 3.
Terminal,
I'll take 4.
number 3. Junix, 4. They're right here. Who's 5? DPS, 5.
I'll take 5.
Okay. Who's 6?
Kim. I'm saying J Kim is 6.
Okay.
J Kim, go to number 6.
And Bruce is 7. Alright. Mike, I guess you're 8 then. Okay, so we're gonna go to that. I guess we do need to sit on the pad. Again, same thing. If you can sit on the circle, but kind of towards the center, so on the opposite side from where I'm standing on this, sit on the opposite edge of your circle there. That way you're a little bit closer to your healers. It might help things. Really, the biggest thing is just time on that, and you kind of gotta wait it out. And then tanks, it's gonna be very, very important. Everybody try to bring your DPS or bring your ads back to this pad. If they are not dead, at that point we need to group them on top of the boss and wipe them out as fast as possible, because if we don't, we go through the same phase that we're going to start here as soon as we start the boss fight, only we have a buttload of ads to deal with at the same time, and it is a pain in the ass. So if you don't kill them, bring them all back here and clean them out.
Let's give it a shot.
Execute phase is a whole new bear. I'm still not comfortable explaining that. Does anybody else have a good explanation for it? Those orbs fuck me up every time.
Not really.
I've always just burned them down. I've never actually had to do the mechanic.
Don't die.
Yeah, that too.
Alright.
We have decent burn if we can just kind of focus.
Yeah.
Brazen, just a little word of caution. Pretty much as soon as the Hulk dies on the second pad, that's when the first runners are gonna. Yeah. So pop your rapids as soon as that happens. Go to the back.
Make sure you interrupt the Hulk too.
Yep.
Yes, bash the Hulk.
Okay. Alright guys, well, let's give it a shot and see how far we get this first time. This one's pretty rough, so don't get discouraged. Take this try. Everybody stack up, nice and tight, butt cheek to butt cheek. Right here.
Nice and tight.
Not tight. Nice and tight. Nice and tight butt cheeks. Okay. Alright.
Somebody's touching my fur.
Mm.
Leave your cheeks fur alone.
It's so soft.
I'm just happy to see you. It's okay.
Alright, and
That's
then
why my tail's pointing up.
There you go.
Wait for him, he's gonna jump.
Okay. And he'll jump. Maybe everybody's animals are.
Calm down, let's go.
If you guys aren't explaining the fight, keep comms clear.
You have no power here.
Okay, rotate. Everybody walk around that pad. Do not go on it, please. Thank you. Good job. Hulk is out, so pull him onto the boss. Okay, there you go. Okay. That's why we kind of stay with Alright, keep comms clear if you're not Billy, please. One down on right side.
One right, two left. One right, two left. One right, one left.
Okay, right is clear. I'm going to mid. I'll go to the back. Brazen, if you finish, go to the front.
One left, two middle. Left clear, two middle.
Okay, one in the middle.
One middle.
Down.
Clear.
Clear, okay.
Your wards are weak.
Rotate.
Hulk is up.
The Hulk is up. I got him.
We're gonna have to go right back.
Show them the wrath of Namira.
Make sure whoever's tanking the boss gets on the pad.
I'm on the pad.
Doom stands upon your threshold.
Got someone else here.
Alright, runners up.
Oh, the tank is down.
Just gotta res on him quick.
Guys, we gotta rotate.
Yep, rotate.
Rotate.
To get them reses though.
Two right, two left.
How many got
I got
ninja?
Ninja Turtle.
Two
Yep.
right. Two right, left clear.
Okay, go mid. Brazen, if you get to mid first, go to the back part.
Wither and die.
One's down
Two
on the right
right.
side.
One right. Two middle. One right, two middle.
Right is clear.
Two middle.
I will break you.
Two are still up.
Okay, go to the... Okay,
Thinking.
One's down in mid. Go to that front one. Brazen, it's gotta be that one.
There you
Clear.
go. You got it.
Rotate pads.
Another Hulk up.
I got him. I got him. He's stuck on the pad with me.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna come.
You need to interrupt the Hulk when he does that.
Oops. Hulk's down.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Cats are up.
It's on 3 mil.
You're gonna skip Lunar.
He's about to go execute phase.
Brazen, if it pulls us out, like that, we're good. Let's execute phase.
He's gone to the middle. What happens?
Everyone in the middle, DPS.
Come on to the middle.
Good burn, guys. Damn.
Area.
Ignore the Hulk. Just burn.
Oh man, I got killed. Good job, guys.
Keep going, keep going.
There we go.
Good job, beautiful. First try, holy fuck.
Holy shit! Holy shit! No
Yo,
way!
You
Damn,
guys are exceptional teachers, man. Amazing.
that was beautiful. I don't think I've ever done that on the first try.
My
Holy
first
shit.
time. My literally
It's
my
all the
first time.
sick DPS we have.
Yeah, pretty good burn. Okay. Offer person. Please come out. There she is. And then be sure to link in group chat, not guild chat, which items you are okay to trade. Keep in mind whatever you get from your coffer is bound.
The moon bishops will be anxious to hear that the lost cats. This one will sing it away.
Very good job, guys. For first time tanks, you guys did great.
Very, very good job.
Good job, Brazen. Nice running.
Thank you, you too.
Stuff?
Just Moondancer ring and maybe weapons.
Okay, I got a dagger.
Moondancer.
Hey, guess what I got, J-Cam?
What'd you get?
I got your ring.
Ah, nice.
So come meet me at the 6 o'clock pad.
Anybody
oh, sorry.
collecting
I don't know. I duel you. Sorry. Go ahead. Try again.
Okay. If anybody wants any of that stuff, please let me know.
Did you want one?
Hey, Ninja Turtle, can I get that ring? The Alkosh ring.
Oh, wait a second. Where's
Ninja Turtle?
ring showing up? Are coffer items bound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Sorry, man. But you got the axe, though.
No worries.
Ninja Turtle?
I sent you a trade request. Is it not going through?
He was too stoned to pay attention.
What the fuck?
I need to know the context of this conversation right now.
What are you watching?
Hey, Ninja Turtle, you want some Lunar Bastion?
She's on her live chat for one of her
What's
phone
that?
app games.
You want Lunar Bastion, the tank set?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
I've got sleeves of Lunar Bastion.
Is anyone collecting Twilight Remedy? Because if not, I'll take leftovers. I feel like Billy was, but she's offline.
Yeah, Billy said she wants Divine Speech.
I've got some Twilight Remedy. Oh, I mean, I've got...
Alright, this is a big audience and we're getting a lot of congrats from the Twitch world right now.
We're getting what? What?
A lot of congrats on the Twitch world right now. I just keep getting message after message.
Hey, Junix, I'll take that
Yep.
necklace.
You cannot have it. It's because
Oh, I don't need all that.
Alright.
I'm not-
Handle that.
Keep it for somebody who is collecting it. I'm just trying to give you some set pieces for tanking, if you want.
Thank you.
But yeah, I don't need any of that.
Lucky, you wanted the necklace?
Yeah, for my tank, the Alkosh.
Yep.
Where you at, Lucky?
I'm,
redo it.
by Junix here.
Okay.
Necklace is gone already to Lucky. He's first come, first served.
I had a Twilight Remedy ring. Someone said they were looking for it. Or looking for Twilight Remedy stuff.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Bruce.
I'll take them for now, and if Billy wants them, I'll just pass them on to her.
I'm like spamming trade invites and it's not working, so I'm not really sure what's happening here.
Well, Billy's missing out on a piece of Divine's Twilight Remedy, so who wants it?
I'll take it, and if I see her, I'll ask her.
I don't need that. Sorry, I thought you had a ring or something.
Well, I wasn't through looking through my stuff, but okay.
Oh.
Who wanted the hat?
Oh, if you have a ring or something, I'll take that, but just the actual gear I don't need.
Okay.
All I need is a one-hander, shield, or jewelry for Alkosh.
Let me take a look.
Does anybody? You said you wanted a try to link in guild or group chat, not guild chat.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay, just keeps us from spamming everybody. Who was looking Twilight Remedy, Jake Kim?
Yeah.
Any specific pieces?
Anything in Divines. And if Legion doesn't want that necklace of Twilight Remedy, I'll just...
Yep. I'm over here.
I'm just gonna throw something out there, since we did well here. Halls of Fabrication.
No.
I'm just saying.
I would be down. I'm trying to collect the last couple pieces of my Twice Fang set, so if anybody wants to run NSO, I am totally down to do that too.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay, anybody else?
They're the best halls.
Oh my god, messages after messages here.
How many people were watching us?
Yeah, no kidding.
A bunch of losers.
What it is, I've got it on the Twitch.
Nasty views.
7
Yeah, I'm
7
getting
people
the same
running
thing.
on Twitch right now, but also what happens is it goes to the community with a new PS4 patch update. There's communities that now can follow you, so the whole community see it like never before. So there's a lot more people coming on to watch, either through
Like
PlayStation
never
or
before.
through Twitch. Yeah, it's kind of been nuts actually. Because my Twitch is pulling up 7, but the PlayStation video live is a lot more. A lot more.
So like 50, 60, 100, 200.
Probably
6 million.
tens or so, like probably 30 or 40 or something like that, maybe more.
We're popular.
Right?
The entire population of Uganda.
300 million people are watching.
Jesus. No pressure, guys.
Okay,
Okay, apparently. Well, that's good. So Billy's internet cut out, so she might be back. If anybody else would like to do NSO, please let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the guild hall.
I'll go if you need someone.
Have you got room for noobs, or is it a professional one?
Go for it.
I can't hear you.
Just stay in group
can
if
be
you want
around.
to stay for Sanctum Ophidia.
Yeah.
Hey Legion. Has anyone taken that necklace of Twilight Remedy for you?
No.
It's gonna be
I'm
a
not
learning
here on
run
my
for whoever
shards.
was asking. We can go.
Sure,
through
thank
the
you. Cool.
Okay. We got 20 people watching.
Hi, 20 people.
Hi y'all.
Anyone need to run dailies?
Thank you.
I'm gonna go repair first.
Alright, if you guys are not in for NSO, go ahead and drop group. Thank you everybody for helping out. It was nice
Thank
to have
you.
some new people in here and
Tools.
hopefully
Yeah, that went
AKA
way better.
GTFO.
Draco said, please send all motifs to her.
Okay. Alright, so let me find Chick Billy here real quick. Just a minute.
Let me do my stuff before I'm ready.
Do you mind passing me crown back, gentlemen, please?
Sure.
PO box number 17. Draco.
Alright, I'll see you guys later.
Peace
See ya.
out.
Have a good one, Lucky.
See ya.
Alright guys, so we have, what, 5 people?
Yep.
So, gentlemen and Ninja, are you guys wanting to tank again?
Yeah, sure.
It's easier.
You're already there? Okay. You guys did really well. That one's kind of a
Very
clusterfuck
well.
for tanks in a lot of fights, so very, very good. It seemed very chaotic, but I mean, you didn't wipe, even on the twins. So
Yeah, the heads are hard.
DPSs during the twins can make things look chaotic when they don't stay against the wall.
When we're doing the twins, does the tank keep his back to the wall, or does he try to keep the one of them to the their backs to the wall?
The
So
tank
when they
will
switch,
generally we have them face them towards this kind
middle?
of gets tricky.
So
No,
it's
we
generally
generally have
best
them
just to
facing
like
the wall.
block, have your back up against the wall. That way they're facing you, and their backside is facing the DPS. That way, when it's time to switch, you simply do a step out from the crowd, and then do your range taunt. And because you're at a range, and the boss themselves are meleeers, they have to run across the room to get to you, which gives you the time to back up against the wall, and let him run all the way to the wall to you. Keeping the DPS concentrated in both groups as far away from each other as possible, because of the lights on our heads, make us explosive to each other when we mix it up with the opposite color.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Literally, we didn't let that happen, but when you get close to someone on your team with the opposite color head, it lays an AoE on the ground and blows the fuck up, like right then. So we're basically like bombs that just need to mix properly to blow.
Okay.
Nice.
So hence the need to keep the bosses on the opposite side of the rooms, and the need to rotate to the group's left to keep each group rotating opposite of each other like a clock.
So what we're meaning by keeping the DPS against the wall is when we go to rotate. What we were seeing was people just running smack across the middle of the room when it came to switching sides of the floor. And that's what kills everybody, because if you run into, say my head's blue and your head's white, we run beside each other, we kill each other. So if we can keep everybody on the outer edge of the circle and always move the same direction, we're never going to run into each other. So that's why it seemed more crazy than it needed to be. Plus, I think it was just a struggle to get positioned where you guys could range taunt the other boss without having to like run across the room. But very good.
Yeah, I found the tanking on the trash balls was harder than the ads. Than the bosses. I mean,
Tanking on the what?
tanking on the just the normal group mobs was harder than the bosses. Yeah. Just trying to separate the sun chasers or whatever they're called from the rest of them.
Once you get it down as far as how we rotate our focus, so starting with the leaders, moving to the Dreadstalkers, and then the Shadow Guards, you can kind of be a step ahead of us every time, and kind of start separating the ads like a step before we get to that one. So say we killed a Sun Eater, you've got the Dreadstalker and the Shadow Guard on you. We're going to come to the Dreadstalker next, so you're going to go ahead and take that Shadow Guard elsewhere, and then we'll come to you last to kill him. So we're all just going to
I'll get the hang of that.
It's tricky, especially when they're ranged. See if anybody else is down.
I gotta learn with it, because some of them, I hear y'all calling them out, but I don't know who is who, or what they look like.
Just look for the flags.
Yeah, the flags is what got me at the end there.
That's all that matters.
When you talk about 3 flags, you literally meant your 3 flags.
Because they change names.
Yeah, them are the obvious ones, though. Them are the obvious ones, though.
Yeah, but each of the flag creatures in each of the trials, Hellraw, Sanctum, and AA, that mobs all run the same as Maul. So they have different names, but you can always remember the concept of the flags. Go in priority with the flags on their back, despite what their name is.
Alright.
Thanks for being patient on that one. Appreciate that.
No problem. It's a hard one. That's why we do that one, and we're gonna eventually, once we get that one down, we're gonna move to Halls of Fabrications. Is they take so long. Like we used to try to do them on our Tuesday trial nights, and they were so difficult that it would be 1 or 2 in the morning when we get done, and people got work the next day. So we can focus a little bit more on the harder ones on
doing them on a Saturday. That's the best way to go.
Yeah. You guys done NSO before? Sanctum Ophidia?
No, that was my first trial ever, that one. That we just
Oh,
did.
really? Very
Wow.
good.
That was my.
And you
did a
tanked
great
one of the
job.
hardest ones. Yeah, very nice.
That was easy. You were
Yeah,
pretty
Animus.
good at explaining it all.
Can you give me like about 10-15? I'm just gonna take the dog out for and I'll be right back.
It's gonna be at least that by the time we get people
Alright.
in here. If we get people in here, go for it.
I'm going AFK for a second here then.
Are we
I'll be
still
out.
streaming?
Nice.
Oh yeah, we're still streaming.
Oh, okay.
Actually, let me go to the guild hall, and that way people can see other people running around and playing with my bear and touching my fur.
Making it sound creepy.
They normally touch my fur.
And
I'm
it's
a weird
very
people here.
Bears.
So I do have to ask, what is this room at the top of the little tower up here with the bed and nothing else? So that doesn't look right.
We didn't know what to do with that, so that's
Okay.
exactly what it is. Whatever
Alright, exactly what I thought it was.
exactly what it is.
That's what it is. I was like,
Yeah.
There's like a little scamp jumping up and down on the bed. I was like,
Yep. I
and turned around and went straight back out.
Guys, he brought his bear! Quick!
Here's
Your
my
bear! Your bear.
There's my bear. Alright, I'll be right back.
What's your bear's name?
My bear, I haven't named it yet, so that's
Damn
just
it.
the, it's just called Bear. Wish we could name him. We could name him.
Bill.